Hi, it's Jeanette, Crafty Dork. I'm just here. I've got to get ready a swap. It's a signature swap, and the theme is Australiana. So a while ago, I got this kit on Etsy, and that's where I got it from. And it's got a lot of tickets, stamps, little tabs, another stamp, there's little borders, quite a few tags. So I thought I might use this as some of the ephemera. There's little make little envelopes. There's 3 of those. Another couple of little envelopes and some tags, and then I got Australian creatures, and these were from Mrs. Cog. So there's a whole load of those there as well that I can utilise, and more tags from this kit down here from Inky Finger Designs. So I've got those if I need. So I'll just pop those back so they don't go walkies. My table is such a mess at the minute, but it will get in order once I start. I've also got a few stamps and a couple of dies that I thought I might use. Got this die, and you probably won't see them because they're on black. I've got a tank, fairly Aussie, and a windmill. So I've got those. I've also got a set of stamps that came with a Ultimate Crafts kit, and they've got a lot of Australiana bits and pieces on them as well. So those, Kazaz had some stamps. This one's Eucalypt Branch. And then this one is Flower and Gum. And then this one is Aussie postage stamps. And as you can see, I've bought them and never used them, or up until now. Oh, this one doesn't come out very well. There we go. So there we go, and it's got an emu, koala bear, budgerigar. It's got the Banksia Protea, and gum. Whoops. And I didn't have that very. Yeah. So I've got those. These are a couple of pieces of paper that I got from Shah Fisher, and to me it looked like looking down on the Australian landscape, especially that one and that one out in the bush, out in the country, out where in the desert. And I thought I might use those pages. They're a bit in different colours, but that's the country is. So that will probably be folded in half as my signature. Also, a piece that came from anyway, I'll put a link down below. This, I don't know if you can see on there, you can see just down the side like the waves, and that to me looked a bit deserty. Out in the Channel countries it's a bit like that with the rivers and as they run through. So that might be for some ephemera as well. I've also got a piece here it's a white cardstock that I coffee dyed, and I'm going to stamp some things on there to cut out. And I also had this background stamp that hasn't been used, so it's about time to bring out the stamps. And I thought the corrugated iron on a tag might just be a nice backing. So like I said, I might use those tags ready-made, but I also might make some. And another thing that I've got, my daughter-in-law's mum gave me these. It's 2 boxes. One's got all Jamie, I think you collected them from Woolworths. But look, there's wheat, and that's we've got lots of wheat here in Australia, especially here where I live. Don't know what else is in here that I don't really. Jamie's not Australian, is he? But I might go through those and see if there's anything that I can use, and I might even be able to back some of those for tags. And then this little kit, it was Aussie Animals, and another one through Woolworths. Pulled out the snake first. But there was, different animals in there. There we go, the king parrot. We don't want that one. I did see an emu. There's some Nemos. Little bush-stone curlew. So I thought these might. Bilby. Honey eater, we've got those in our yard. The platypus. Corroboree frog, I've never heard of that one, but that's, and we've got the bilby. There's a dolphin out in the common bottlenose dolphin. So there's quite a few, and I've planned to do some happy mails this year. I'm getting myself organised to share a lot of these things out. So there's so I can go through those a bit later and see if there's anything else in there, but there's the whole box full of them. So what I thought I'll do in this video, I will just do a little bit of stamping on this cardstock. Those over at the back. And I think I might use what will I use? Actually, we might do this one to start with, and I might just stamp it first. Now, when I stamp, I like to put something underneath. This has got, because our stamps all come with the sponge, but I still like to sponge onto something a bit firmer, but that will give. I've also got the, what do you call it, that, where you put your stamp in, the Stamp-a-Majig, but we'll do it this way today. We'll see how we go. So I might use my archival ink, and it's potting soil, and I've not long re-inked this, so it's fairly wet, so we'll see how we go. I like to take, when I'm doing a bigger stamp, I like to take the ink to the stamp. Let's see what it looks like on here. I'm going to cut them out, so we'll just hold it for 5, count of 5 or 10, whatever. And there we've got them. Actually, that would be really nice, I think, stamped on the page. So I might use that one as a stamp on the page. Like I said, some of these I haven't used before. I'm terrible for buying things and then not using them. So we'll pop that one, and I will use that one as a on the page. This one I think will look beautiful on the page as well. It's the little gum, and I think just coming from the corner will look absolutely stunning. suppose I'm in frame, aren't I? Dab, 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 as I tell Mara when she's crafting and stamping. And just clean up the edges. And as I said, I think this will look really nice coming out of the corner. So I might use this one as a, I mean I'm going to cut these out as well, but I think that'll look really nice just coming down from the corner. Yeah. And another way that you can use these stamps, I may as well do it as a stamping, sort of a bit of info on stamping as well. If you've got inks, these are the Stamping Up ones, but I've also got, what are they, the Tim Holtz Shadow Shutters. That's probably a bit, we'll see. You actually draw it onto the stamp. Get covered. It'll probably dry out a little bit. Now anyone that's got these will probably know how to do this, but we'll just go through. Where's the other one? There it is. And we want a. So this one's Vintage Photo, and these have got the fine end and that end. So I'm just going to go and do the twigs, branches. Just go down the centre there. This is time consuming, but the effect is really nice. That, so I might actually do this on the page. It will look quite nice. And then some mustard seed, and this one just on the, now I guess that is, yep, it is coming out just on the blossom, the wattle, the gum tree. Okay, now when you do this, you huff on it, breathe on it, and that moistens the ink back up. And then stamp. My pens haven't been used for a while, so I'm not sure what they're going to. I've sort of got away from them, but oh, that's beautiful. You see that? Love it. I might do it again and do one on the other side. It's just a different way of using your stamps and your, if you've got the pens and you've forgotten to use them. I used to love doing this. I'd make cards and do all this on the cards. Instead, because usually when you stamp, you've got your stamp pad in one colour. This allows you to be very versatile in the colours that you put onto your stamps. There we go. Yep. And just a bit of the yellow. Couple of huffs. Yeah. Shows up nice there. Beautiful, love it. Okay, so I will just clean that stamp off. I'm just going to bring in my, I'm just going to cut those off. So I can do something with those, and this one, I actually might make that into a tag. That'll look nice in a pocket. Okay, now I might do it on the light side again, and I'll use the stamps. Now you could go, if you've got plenty of time, and I may even do this tonight while I'm watching TV, you could go and colour all these in. And you colour them in, and like I said, they will dry a little bit, but if you huff on them a few times, that will bring it all back in, and you can stamp and you can have your colours. You could cut these out too and just have your do them singularly, and then, but I'm at this stage I'm going to keep them together, but then hey, tomorrow I might cut them out, so we'll see how we go. So I just dab, and this one looks like it's going to need a bit of a swivel around. Sometimes if I don't push hard enough, it how timely to do this Aussie journal, hey, with all that's going on at the moment, my golly. Oh, it's a bit scary. So then we just lay it on and stamp. Hold it for a few seconds. And I just find by having something a bit softer at the back, it just gives you that little bit of give. And they always come out, well, mine usually come out perfect. So there we go, love them. And you can cut them out where's my scissors? Yeah, so I just go around and just, it's not going to be right on the perforation, although you could get onto that if you wanted to, and cut out each, you know, individually, but I think this is going to be fine. Then another thing you can do after you've done this, I will show you. If you don't want to go to the trouble of inking the stamps, then you come back in with your colours. And just put a little bit of colour on them. I had messed this, actually that looks like it might have been a red one. Let's see, where's my red? Let's see, just put a bit of red. I don't like that red, it's not the right red, is it? This might be better. That's more the colour of the gum, and then with the brown, just the little caps that sit on the up there. Okay, and that's the centre. So you can fancy them up, and I think they look a bit cute. So they'll definitely be going in. Okay, I'll just clean that one off. And I might just stamp, just looking at this piece here, if I cut that across here, don't matter that it's got that, I might just stamp, because I reckon I could make a nice pocket using this for decoration. Now I'm just going to have a bit of experiment, so I'm going to put a bit of that over, and I'm also going to put a little bit of weathered wood. It's got a bluey tinge to it. And then, excuse me, reaching, a bit of vintage photo. Just see what it's going to look like. I'm just fancy playing today. And it's exactly the right size. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. I like that. Not much of the blue showed up, but it's given it a bit of a, definitely looks corrugated, especially with that at the top. Looks like a corrugated iron fence, doesn't it? So we've got that. So we've got a pocket. We might even be able to make 2 pockets out of that, yeah, and a tag. And then I'm going to cut this out to use as little bits of ephemera, and I've got the stamps that I think I will colour the rest of them in, and we can use those as well. So I think that's a pretty good start, and I'll see what else I can conjure up as I work away at it. That might work into something as well. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will be back with how I'm going to set this all out. So thanks for watching, and bye for now. Happy crafting.